I'm Teresa Curlee, and my topic today is on Nelson Mandela. He was born July 18th, 1918 in the Union of South Africa, and he died this past year, 2013, at the age of 95 in Johannesburg, South Africa. He was the first president of South Africa, and he was in office from 1994 until 1999. He was a very controversial figure for many, but then he had a ton of great followers. Amongst his followers, they referred to him as Madiba or Tata, which means father. They consider him the father of South Africa. He did attend law school. He was the first in his family, and he was the only native African student there. He went to the University of Witwatersrand in South Africa, and there was a lot of racism there, but he was able to make friends with the European, the Jewish, Indian students, and a very diverse crowd. He joined the ANC, which stands for the African National Congress, and he decided there needed to be a youth wing amongst them, and he helped found that. He was an executive member of the committee, and he also opened the first black office for legal counsel in South Africa. He was arrested in 1956 and sentenced to prison for 27 years. Well, he was sentenced for life. He ended up staying in prison for 27 years because he traveled illegally to a conference to undergo guerrilla training, and he was sentenced to prison for leaving the country, treason, sabotage, and a violent conspiracy. He was in a pretty rough prison for 16 of those years. But after he got out, he continued his work for peace in Africa. He was elected as the first president after gaining his freedom, and he established the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to investigate human rights and political violations. He founded many social and economic programs to improve the living standards in South Africa and to get rid of racism. He was a strong activist for equal rights. He did win the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993 for his role in the apartheid in South Africa. It's for racial segregation. He was just always for rights, and his followers really thought a lot of him. After leaving his office, he still did a lot for the rights, for human rights, and to bring social justice around the world. He established many organizations, and one of his things he really concentrated on was the AIDS awareness, which was pretty prevalent in Africa, and he fought, to bring awareness to that until he died.